What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my page, and if you are new, thank you for stopping by. My name is Nia Nicole, as you see in the title. Today I am doing a tutorial on faux locks, and it is not fox locks, it's faux locks. But yeah, I've been having people compliment me on my locks in my hair. I do different locks. I try to aim for very natural looking locks, so it's not goddess locks or anything with curls in it. It's just straight locks. I have this in my hair for about a month now. Damn. And as you can see, it is time to redo some of these. I'm gonna redo the perimeter, so I'm gonna show y'all how I do them pretty much. Before I start, please subscribe, or you can subscribe after the video. But yeah, so let me go ahead and get started. This is the hair that I use to wrap. Jamaican twist braid hair. It's usually like $4 a pack. Shouldn't be no more than $5. If it's $5, go to a different store, sis. But yeah, this is the hair you wrap with again. I'll put the product I use and the names and stuff in the description below, so don't feel bad if you miss it, okay? And then, since I'm doing long locks, you'll see when I take them down, I found this little cheap hair. Don't ever use this to wrap your hair. I just use it to wrap the hair around because it keeps it more sturdy to me. And I also have no hair. Well, I have hair, but I did the big chop for the second time. And so I just been trying to do a lot of natural protective styles in my head, and faux locks is what lasts for me. I live in Florida, so y'all already know humidity and natural and products, edge control, all that stuff do not mix whatsoever at all. All right, I done took these things down. As you can see, it's a hot mess. So, future advice. I have red hair, as you can see underneath, and it only looks like this right now because it's old and I have not been wrapping or taking care of it. But make sure you find hair close to your hair color. If you wrap good enough, you will not see your hair color underneath. As you see, some of them are good, some of them are a mess right now. A mess. And I'm about to redo them because of that. All right. Oh, hell no! I am back. Crazy. So yeah, this is from this dye part. This is where I chop my hair off to. I had a big fro, as you can see right here. But yeah, I just decided to do a second chop because I put too much heat in it. I dyed it too much. Just wasn't really taking care of it. That was my first time around being natural, so this time I'm gonna do it right. But yeah, so starting off, I like to do window parts. If you don't know what that is, pretty much the first row, of course, make your first row, and the second row behind that, you want to go in between those parts because that's what helps the fuller look. And being that I have a little bit of more thicker dreads, I try not to put too many in my head. So window parts will help with that, so it doesn't look too skimp. I like to use this edge control to kind of keep my hair tamed together. It helps for when I put this little plait in, because again, I have colored hair and I kind of want to try to make sure it's as hidden as possible. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Y'all, I look like, what if I tried to wear these for like a bang?
Really, nigga?
Okay, I do use a crochet tool for this. This is a very good method if you have short hair like me. So what I do is stick the loop through boom. Pull it through. Now I have my length that I want. I'm gonna just go ahead and put the rest in. All right. All right, for the wrapping, like I said again, we are using this Jamaican twist braid hair. And if you're wondering if this is heavy on your head, no, it is not at all. And being that I'm not putting too many in my head, it makes it lighter. So make sure you do a good job about the spacing and the parting, because you don't want your head to be leaning each way. I already have a big head, so I don't need no more extra weight on my head like that. All right, you want to spread the hair parts. All right. So when you start this, hopefully you can see good. You want to grab the end piece and just hold it right by your root. Then literally all you're doing is wrapping. Just find a comfortable hand placement for your hands, because this can kill your arms. I don't know if you can see, but starting to come into form or whatever. Anytime you're doing these, you want to compare the length so you're not having a head of crazy uneven locks in your hair. One more thing to mention, when you get to the ends, you want to grab the hair and start to go back up. This is what helps keep it from unraveling, and it gives it more of a natural look, especially at the bottom. Alright. You take the lighter. I don't light it to the point it looks all crunchy, just softly just graze over it. And make sure you're not wrapping it so hard to the point that you're pulling the crap out of your hair. This is supposed to be a protective style, so don't try to have it look so neat and tight to the point that it's pulling your hair out. The whole point of this is to help protect your hair, let it grow, and just be left alone. So don't put any extra tension on your edges, especially your edges, because y'all know once some edges gone, it is hard to get back. So let's save the edges. All right, YouTube, I am back. I just finished doing the perimeter of my hair. I had to redo them because, like you seen in the beginning of the video, my hair was starting to pop out. It's been a month, so that's pretty realistic. In the beginning of you doing your faux locks, they will be stiff a little bit, so you know, just work them around, massage your scalp. Don't put them up in tight high ponytails or anything until they're not stiff anymore. This is just how I like my faux locks, just to look natural, and you know, it doesn't really look like they're faux locks, especially when they start getting old. The older they get, the better they look. But I hope I answered all your questions about faux locks. Please comment below if you have any questions, and please subscribe, because this is very hard work and time consuming. A lot of people don't know what it takes to put into making a YouTube video. It's a lot. So I appreciate you watching, and let me know what ideas, suggestions, or anything that you have. Thank you.